Can you imagine a beautiful day when you wake up and realize that you are not powered by anyone and that you are the power? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about a very in-depth video of how you could change your life, literally, by understanding how money works. Money is something that brings happiness on people's face. It is also something that takes happiness away. It is also something that you can get away with. It is also something that, people in a lot of power use it with a lot of disrespect. Today's video is going to be a very beautiful journey on how you can, recreate yourself and how to understand the workflow of money in the whole scenario of the globe. Today's video, I'll be talking about top 5 books on financial literacy. Instead, I'll be talking about top 5 books to financial literacy, because after you end reading these books, it is not a full stop, and you haven't earned financial literacy right after that. It is a journey. This is your stepping stone. This is your starting point. This is your race. You have to go and reach financial literacy like any other competition. So these books, they are just the beginning of what you can imagine. So let's get it on. So the first book that I'll be talking about is the very own Rich Dad Poor Dad. This book I literally started reading when I was 16 years old, but then I used to read regular books like novels and stuff by Chetan Bhagat and many other people. But then it was 6 months ago when I realized how beautiful my life could be when I educate myself on how things are actually. So that is when I was recommended by many people on the internet that this book is the first book that you have to read. This book really talks about how your life could be if you are under the influence of a rich dad. And it also shows the competence, and it also shows the difference of how your life could change from being a kid of a poor dad and being a kid of a rich dad. It's not a bad thing to be born in a rich family, but given everything in front of you, you have literally no opportunities because everything is already given to you. It is when you have nothing to live for is when opportunity comes to you. The second book that I'll be talking to you about is The Psychology of Money. This book is very vital because it talks about how money revolves around the world, and we have a beautiful author named Morgan Housel. This guy is really good, this book really teaches us on how to not be greedy, how to not be using money in a very bad influence, and to use money to help people and to save other people's lives. And the third book that I'll be talking about is The Atomic Habits. If you're making money, you need to be disciplined enough to conduct the money in every sources you can think of, right? Atomic Habits is the very discreet book that you can get if you want to create a good habit, because you need discipline, you need determination, You need a lot of understanding. You need a lot of respect on whatever you're doing, because only then you will be able to gain or be happy with whatever you're having, whatever you're having, or whatever you have. The next book that I'll be talking about is The 12 and a Half by Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk has been a beautiful motivational speaker on YouTube. Many of you know him with the motivational reels that he has released on Instagram. And I really recommend this book for every single person who's going to start their employment, who's going to start their journey with employees, because this book talks about 12 and a half characteristics you can raise into yourself, and you can raise within yourself actually, in order to analyze, in order to be optimistic, in order to be sympathetic about whatever is happening around you, and to be grateful of the people, and literally giving everything you can into whatever you're doing. The managers, the employees, the supervisors. This book talks about a lot of scenarios where you can analyze, where you can rethink of the situation or how you can handle it. The tenacity, being tenacious enough into finding your goal and achieving it. This book is one of my favorite, and I would recommend every single people who is coming to Canada for their higher studies. Obviously, they will be doing their part-time work, and they will be making money. So you guys are going to go through a lot of difficulties, but understanding and accepting and working forward in creating your landmark, in creating your empire. This book is one of the best. And the last, fifth book I'll be talking about is the Rich Dad's Cash Flow Quadrant. This book literally tells you where you are standing, where other people are standing, where everyone in this whole world are standing. We have been divided into many different groups, even though you didn't know. I know that there is a variation of rich versus the poor, but there are many other categories where we have to understand and realize that we need to grow, we need to keep growing, be it from an employee to a business, be it from a business to an investor. This book really is important for you to understand how you want to grow, where you want to grow, and why you want to grow. This book is literally one of the most beautiful journey of which you can learn how to be financially literate, how to be financially sound enough to understand how money works. You can, after you be an investor, you can literally create money out of nothing. So these books, what do I say? You might ask me, who am I to be talking on these kind of topics? You might ask me, what kind of an experience have I got? But I would say that I'm a nobody. I don't have thousands or millions of dollars in my bank account. I have nothing to, I don't know, lose first. I'm just a 21-year-old guy who has a vision, who has a dream in bringing everyone together, so that we can change the whole world, so that we can change how the world is working right now. Because understanding and realizing and and creating the new person out of yourself is a wonderful journey. I would really recommend every single one of you to read these books and keep going on. with your dream, and keep going on with with whatever you cannot even dream of. So obviously, you're gonna find something better out of each and every single book that I am recommending it to you. So still, enjoy learning, educate yourself, and keep growing. Peace.